Hey everybody, it's Steve, and I'm really excited about a book that I'm reading. I'm always reading multiple books, but this one is super cool. It's called Hero on a Mission by Donald Miller, and I'll tell you more about that in upcoming days and weeks. But right now, I would like to ask you a question. What do you love? St. Augustine said, and I paraphrase, but he said, if you want to know what a person is really all about, in terms of their character, don't ask, what do you believe? Ask, what do you love? That's an interesting observation because we all know that people can have very good doctrine and be very bad people, right? They can lie and steal and cheat and oppress people and be very unhealthy leaders, even though their statement of faith is rock solid. And we also know that somebody can have less than perfect theology, but have a perfect heart and really love God and love people and honor God and serve people. And so I love that little quote. And it makes me just think about my life and yours and where I am and where you are as this new year is well underway now and is unfolding. And so is the story of your life. And this book, Hero on a Mission, has kind of a story theme to it. And it's the idea that you are the hero in your story. You are the main character of your story, and God calls you to live heroically. Not like you're the white knight who makes everything right and nobody else has power and everybody needs you to ride in and save the day, but you have been born into a world that has need and has pain and that somehow you are called to address and in his name bring healing and bring help, bring redemption, bring whatever he might have you. And I want you to think about if some of the components of story, because I'm going to invite you into a conversation about your own story. Story has many ingredients to it, but some of the basics are setting. The setting is, where was a person? Where does the story take place? Maybe where were they born and raised? But the story may take place in a legal practice, in a courtroom, in a football stadium, on the field of battle. So it may not be about where they were born and raised, but your story certainly has something to do with where you were born and raised and what your early childhood experiences were and what your family situation was and who was really good to you and maybe who wasn't. And what did you have to overcome in your story? So along with setting, there is the actual character or the characters in the story. Again, along with the main character of the story, the protagonist, there are enemies and allies. There are friends and there are foes. There are influences. There are mentors. There are any number of other people in the story. But your story, your personal story, the story that we will talk about at your memorial service, or you'll talk about at mine. At my service, you're going to talk about the story of my life, because each of our lives has a story to it, and it matters. And each of us is called somehow to be a hero on a mission, to somehow see a need and hear that still small voice that says that is something that you need to do something about. We can't solve everything that's wrong on this earth, but we will be given assignments and we will become aware of needs and situations, and something inside us will say, we need to do something. What are you thinking about the setting of your life and your story, and also your role in it as the main character? Are you a heroic character? Are you inspiring? Do you make a positive difference? Are you the hero who is reluctant and who we find laying on their couch, binge watching, movies and stuff and playing video games all day long, but maybe then is called into something more, a call to action? And then every story will also have problems or a major problem. The world is in danger. Martians are coming, or there's a world war, or there's a bomb in the stadium, or Liam Neeson's daughter got abducted. There's something up. And if there's no problem in the story, there is no story. And so when you think about your problems, understand that they're part of your story, that without them, you're a very boring person, or at least you have a very boring backdrop situation. There's nothing going on. But if you are being challenged by something and you are addressing it, overcoming it, struggling with it, having setbacks, starting and stopping, trial and error, 2 steps forward, 1 step back, and somehow there's breakthroughs, you are transformed in your story somehow. Now we've got something. I'd like to invite you to a conversation about story, and specifically your heroic story, this coming Thursday. This coming Thursday is Leap Year Day, February the 29th, and at noon Mountain Time and 7 p.m. Mountain. I'm in Colorado, so we're going to go with Mountain Time. And I'd like to invite you to a Zoom gathering. This is our second of these, and the first one was super, super cool. So I'm hoping you'll check out this next. And they take place at noon and at 7 on Zoom, and there's no cost. But you do need to register, and then we'll send you an invitation and a Zoom link so you can come into my Zoom room and you can sit back and be a fly on the wall, a salero, or you can, engage in convo. I'm not sure if there will be 10 people there, just you and me, or just me. Who knows? But I am doing my part by setting the table and inviting you. And so we will talk about where you are and maybe where you're called to be. Get clarity on your mission and bring significance to your story in your life with that awareness of, I'm somewhere and there's something that I need to see and I need to be about. And that is your business, actually. And that's the business you need to get done in this season, and it can change as life goes on. So I can say more, but I'll stop here and simply say, I'd love to have you sign up, show up. It's going to be super cool. I hope, but I bet it will be if you come. So we will see you. Click the button, sign up, show up, and we will see you on Thursday. Bye-bye.